Okay, so here we have, again, a radius, but that's not what's necessary or needed. Our formula calls for the diameter. What's the diameter? Turn and tell your neighbor.
The line that goes always goes to one side.
All right, so to bring it right back, the diameter is 2 times the radius. It is 4 1/3 times 2, or 4 1/3 plus 4 1/3. So in blue you can see the diameter is calculated as 8 2/3 inches all the way across. Agreed? Okay, if you couldn't do that in your head, here's what I would do. If the radius is 4 1/3, and I need to know the diameter is 2 radiuses. So it's 4 1/3 times 2, or 4 1/3 plus 4 1/3. Adding your fractions, they are all in common denominators. And then adding your whole numbers, 4 plus 4 is 8. This is how I got the diameter is 8 2/3. I did it mentally, but here in Cornell note line, that's the work I left behind. Just for space sake, I need to get rid of the radius. So let me erase. And let's move on. Okay, I don't understand. Oh well, let's just keep working. If our formula calls for pi, using 3.14 is no help to me, because that's a decimal. So here's a perfect situation to use a fraction, 22/7. Does this reasoning make sense to you? Doesn't help to multiply fraction and decimal. They're unlike, and changing them requires more help, more time too. Diameter, we know, that's a fraction. So we have 2 numbers to multiply to determine the circumference. Here we go. It is 22/7 times 8 2/3. Something doesn't look right to me. I need to change the whole number, this mixed number here, to an improper fraction. This is going to be crazy. This is what I'm suggesting. This needs to become, this is 24 plus 2, 26/3. Multiply that by 22/7. Friends, did I lose anyone? Alberto, where did you get lost? Okay, here's what I did. In blue ink, I took the 8 2/3 and I changed that number into its mixed fraction, or into its improper fraction. Here's the process. What is 3 times 8? And then I'm going to add to that the 2 on top. 24 plus 2 makes 26. So that 26 is right here. And then the fraction 8 2/3 was sitting on top of 3's, on top of thirds. Okay? And then I can convert this back by division. 26 divided by 3 would give me 8 and a remainder of 2. Alrighty? Okay, I'm going to multiply 22 times 6 on my calculator just to move us forward. It is 572. Here's what I multiplied. Top times top. And then I'm going to multiply bottom times bottom. This is to figure out our circumference. I can't leave my answer like that. It's improper. So I need to use division. I'm going to divide 21 into 572. For time's sake, I'll do that for you on my calculator. 21 times 2 is 42. That's closest to 57 without going over it. And a remainder of 15. And that's okay because 15 is less than 21. All right, now I have 152. 7 times 21 is 147. That's close to 152 without going over it. And then when I subtract, I have a remainder of 5. My remainder is 5. Turn and talk to your neighbor. How do I use this information to make a mixed number? Okay, so your circumference is 27 and 521. I believe this was in inches. That's your final answer. It's rather ridiculously long, okay? But it's practice of multiplying fractions. You'll see it on your Friday quiz, yes.